Y'all, white people's love for Wu-Tang has got to be studied, y'all. It has got to be studied for real. Somebody got to do a damn dissertation on it. So this conversation is coming from on Facebook. It was a post that read, what song feels like torture to your ears? What song feels like torture to your ears, right? I saw a lot of people saying Sexy Red. Some people saying Drake, some people saying Lil Yachty, Lil Uzi, some of the usual suspects, right? But y'all know me, y'all know y'all boy, right? I commented and I said almost any Marshall Mathers song, especially songs like Kim, right? And so when I said that, Marshall Mathers is Eminem for those who don't know, right? Y'all know I only can tolerate Eminem in certain bits. When he featured on a song with a black artist, he cool, because he don't be trying to do all that crazy, weird, take your guts out and throw them against the wall and take your brain out and shove it up your ass crack. He don't do all of that on them songs with black artists. He don't do that. But when he by himself under that Slim Shady persona, oh, hell no, dog. I can't listen to it, right? So when I said almost any Marshall Mathers song, especially songs like Kim, a young white woman, she responded to me. She said, too soft for it? She asked, was I too soft for Eminem's music? She said, I was raised on Marshall, NWA, Wu-Tang, etc. Right? So, first of all, I responded to her, but I just want to say this. When white folks want to prove to you that they love hip-hop, they always throw Wu-Tang out there. That's the first group they throw out there. That's their damn trump card. Wu-Tang. That's they goddamn, that is the damn, what's on Yu-Gi-Oh! With the goddamn Exodia? That's they little card they throw out when they want to show that they into hip-hop. Wu-Tang. Especially, first of all, if the white person is from New York, oh my God, don't nobody feel like they know hip-hop more than a white New Yorker. A white New Yorker feel like they know hip-hop more than you, and they are entitled to know it more. They feel like they are entitled to hip-hop way more than anybody else because they white and they lived in New York City. I.e. Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport feel like he know more about hip-hop than everybody because he from New York. Bro, get the fuck out of here. Like, bro, I hate when, boy, and this is, look, I'm saying it, this is not a I hate white people video, because I don't, right? I'm just making observations. For real, white folks from New York, I promise you, they feel like they hip-hop historians, and they feel like they just know more shit about hip-hop than anybody else anywhere else, because they from New York City, and they grew up in the Bronx or whatever. They grew up in Brooklyn or whatever. But anyway, after, when she asked me, was I too soft for Marshall's music? She said I was raised on Marshall, NWA, Wu-Tang, etc. I replied, too soft, with a question mark and a laughing emoji. I said I was raised on Jadakiss, Nas, Styles P, Jay-Z. It's just not enough soul in Marshall Mathers content for me. And I don't relate to his subject matter at all, especially subject matter on songs like Kim, right? The young white woman, she then replies to me, bro, I was raised on the harder shit. The fuck? First of all, the fuck? Like, get your ass out of here. Anyway, she said, I was raised on the harder shit. The fuck? She said, now lyrical content that doesn't relate to you, I get that. First of all, yeah, okay, harder shit. First of all, that's how I know she don't really be listening to hip-hop that much. Because she said the harder shit, like the locks ain't hard than a motherfucker. You hear me? Like the locks ain't harder than goddamn now later candy that's been in the refrigerator. Come on, dog. Like, she tried to say, like, Styles P and Jadakiss ain't hard. What the fuck? But anyway, I just got lost at the Wu-Tang. That boy, white folk love Wu-Tang, man. And that is they point to prove to you that they are really, really hip-hop. They throw that group name out more than anybody. They will quote Wu-Tang before they quote the Locks, before they quote Nas, before they cite Nas or Big or whatever. They gonna throw Wu-Tang out there first. That is they shit. And I'm like, what is it about Wu-Tang that drives white folks crazy? Now again, it wasn't only white people that love Wu-Tang. Black folks love Wu-Tang too. But I feel like white folks, they have a That is the first hip hop group they ever throw out. That's the group that they throw out to just prove they hip hop card. They hip hop card. And I'm like, what is it about Wu-Tang? Is it their Asian influences that the black dudes that was into martial arts that just made y'all go, wow, that it was just like, man, it felt like y'all was listening to hip hop anime or something like that. I don't like, what is it, man? And I'm not taking anything away from Wu. They are they probably the most globally impactful New York group ever, which leads to my point, right? Because there's a lot of countries out here of other white folks that just love Wu-Tang, right? They were the first group to start branding into fashion. You know, they were a monumental group. Hell, Biggie quoted Cream in Notorious Thugs. But it's like, man, what did the white folks run that they love Wu? Is it because you got so many different Negroes to choose from? Hey, I'm just joking, y'all. What is it, man? Like, damn, is it just like you got a variety of Negroes? It's like, damn, getting a variety pack of potato chips, chips. You know, you get the little 24 pack of chips. I said potato chips like my grandma. You feel my grandma from Mississippi. Potato chips. No, 24 pack. Boy, is it like, God damn, this one I like, this one I like, this one. What was it? I really think it was the Asian, the martial arts influences that did it, man. Like, you can find white folks from Mark Zuckerberg, from Mark Wahlberg, they will go fucking crazy over Wu-Tang. That's the shit they run to first. They will get a Wu-Tang tattoo, all of that. Now, Charlamagne got a Wu-Tang tattoo too. I'm not just saying white folks had it, but again, they have an affinity for Wu. Like, I mean, that is the shit. If they putting on hip hop, they gonna play that first. They gonna play that first, but they gonna put the first thing they gonna let their kids listen to of hip hop is Wu-Tang. It ain't gonna be Nas. It ain't gonna be Jay-Z. It ain't gonna be Big. It ain't gonna be AZ. It ain't gonna man, it's not gonna be none of that. It ain't gonna be Styles, like I said, P. It ain't gonna be Fab. It's gonna be Wu. Wu wear. They gonna be wearing Wu wear in full head to toe. Like, boy, I'm like, man, what is it, man? Cause they love Wu. Like I said, it gotta be studied, man. I feel like I used to crack a joke, man. I used to say, man, saying you like Wu-Tang, white people like saying they like Wu-Tang is like when white folks, when you ask a white person who don't listen to hip hop who their favorite rapper are, they gonna say Big and Tupac because they just feel like that's what you're supposed to say. Like, you just know it's coming. Like, damn, you know. Who your favorite rapper? Ask Jeff Van Gundy. Biggie or Tupac, of course. Jeff, you don't listen to no hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I know it's coming, but I know it's coming, right? Wu, when I ask a white person what their favorite rap group is, I almost know 9 times out of 10 Wu is coming out their mouth. Not saying Wu was dope. I'm not saying it wasn't dope, but it's just like, man, when the girl hit me, she said Wu, NWA too. That goddamn NWA, that was the closest to some street shit that a lot of them, especially the ones that grew up in like New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. That was the closest to some street shit that they could feel and touch for real. Really, not really touch, but you know what I mean. Listening to them was NWA was the closest they a lot of them. Some of them was gonna get. And of course, I know some white people that grew up in different hoods and stuff like that. Not in Chicago though, and where I'm at in Chicago, white folks did not grow up with us in these hoods. They did not. It was very rare to see a white person on the South Side that's not in a really nice area. I'm talking about on the South Side, 79th, 63rd, 64th, 47th Street, hell, even 87th Street. We wasn't gonna find white folks walking through them areas like that. Only white person I knew, like I told y'all, my best friend's grandfather. He was the only white man I ever knew in the hood. That was it. And his grandmama was black than a mug. Like, not when I say dark. She was dark-skinned lady, but what I'm saying is she was black at her core, her soul, her essence of everything was black. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Anyway, I just always noticed that, like, man, good golly, hip-hop, Wu is like, that is they shit. You know what I mean? Like a black mama, Maxwell is her shit. A black mama in her 50s, Maxwell is her shit. Wu-Tang, white folks, that's in their late 30s, their late 30s and early 40s and 50s, Wu-Tang is they go to. It needs to be studied. Peace.